Hello, you guys, and thank you all for tuning in to Chris Codes. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button because you know you want to, and it helps my channel grow. Notification bells to be notified whenever I drop new content. Comment, subscribe, and yeah, let's get right into the video. All right, so I saw this clip online, and it was basically, if you saw the title, I don't know what I'm going to title this yet, but it's going to be surrounding this clip. But if you saw the title, you already know what this clip is going to be about. So I'm like we always do, I'm going to hop into the clip and then we're going to discuss. Okay, we're going to talk about it. So let's go ahead and get into the clip.
Me about you're sleeping with my husband and you want me to get on him because he's cheating on you. That's why I said I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt that something got to be wrong with you. Okay. Well, I'm gonna ask you to leave because I want to stay in this space I'm in. Okay, because clearly this is a test for me. I know that this is
a pop quiz, I'll call it.
And that's exactly what's gonna happen. You getting ready to get popped all over your motherfucking head, right? I'm talking about, baby girl. I'm gonna go ahead because I'm losing. I'm not gonna be able to, So thank you for sharing that. Go ahead on. And thank you for sharing.
Another thing, Star, I do have a 2-year-old daughter by your husband, so congratulations, you're a stepmom. Excuse me.
You know I don't care nothing about that. You or the baby girl, I don't care.
Okay.
Take care, sweetheart. I'm telling you now. You better think about your decision now. I gave you a pass.
Okay, so you all saw the video, and y'all, it's a few things I want to talk about. 2 things in particular. The first thing I want to talk about is this side chick mentality. After I go into depth about what I thought about the clip, I'm going to go into side chick mentality. So first, I am astounded that this lady was so comfortable to be in this woman's home talking about her husband and how she's messing with her husband and that she has a 2-year-old daughter with her husband. Like, it's the audacity for me.
You're a whore. You whore yourself out online. You whore yourself out in front of your family and your friends. You're a whore.
It's the nerve for me. And that just shows like a reprobate mind. Like, you have made up in your mind that what you're doing is okay. And now, who knows? Also, we do have to take into consideration what this man is telling this woman behind closed doors when he's away from his wife. Because we know people can be manipulative, not just men, women too. People can be manipulative. They can tell you, oh, you're the world to them. They love you so dearly and blah, blah, blah. But you let this man string you along for 2 years. Well, he told you he was going to leave his wife. He told you this. He told you that. I bet he did. But you can't. I don't know why these people think this stuff doesn't come back. Like, you just gonna come in between this marriage, whether it was broken or not. You had no business being in the middle of it. How would you feel? We need to normalize the how would you feel, okay? Somebody need to put that on a t-shirt. How would you feel if you were married and some random woman came to your home telling you about your husband and then she has a baby, a 2-year-old baby with your husband? How would you feel? What the heck is wrong with y'all? Hats off to this woman for her self-control. You know what I mean? Because it was obvious. Okay, like, she's clearly, like, something's clearly wrong. Something's clearly wrong with her because in her mind, she's not doing anything wrong. In the Bible, they talk about, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but it's like a reprobate mind.
Adam's fall and rebellion, Adam lost his native ability to will that which is good. And giving over to a reprobate mind is that God consigns mankind to live in that condition that can only be undone by the gospel. It can only be undone by a powerful regenerative work of the Holy Spirit to renew the will, to renew the affections, to give a new heart, so that the natural man only does evil all the time from the point of view of God's holiness. Now, it doesn't mean to say that every reprobate is as reprobate as they possibly can be. There are gradations of sin, but all of mankind is fallen. All of mankind is in a state of sin and inability, and only the gospel can liberate them from that condition.
So kind of like God lets you have whatever you want. Like in your mind, you know how people do wrong things or people do bad things to you, and you try to explain to them or have a conversation like an adult. You try to have a conversation with them and explain to them why you feel the way that you feel, and your feelings are valid. But for some reason, they just do not understand what they did wrong. They lack accountability. They're just lost. That's what I saw in that woman. Like, it didn't matter what that wife said. In her mind, she was right. That was her man. Even though he has a wife that she's talking to, that was her man. She's delusional. You're absolutely delusional. And it gets to a certain point where it's like you can't even be saved. You know what I mean? Like, so like that's why it's several stories in the Bible where he talks about a reprobate mind. And it gets to a point where you just continuously doing stuff, and he, like, God has told you over and over and over again that this is not what you should be doing, giving you signs that this is not what you should be doing, but you're continuously doing it. So he gives it over to you, lets you do exactly what you want to do, and ultimately that's your demise. It's so sad to see people just lost. So enough about the clip. Let's talk about the mentality. Okay. Now that we've been talking about like the mindset of it, let's talk about that mindset. Let's talk about that mentality. That is like a spirit all over social media, and these women now that as long as they're quote unquote taken care of, or the man's giving them whatever they're looking for, sometimes it's not even money. You know, some women are just lonely and they're okay with being number two. They're okay with being a side chick. They're okay with being a mistress. And it's sad. It's really, really sad. It's like, why do you all not think this stuff comes back? We need to normalize. How would you feel if there was more sympathy in the world? People would be a whole lot better off. Ask yourself, anytime you're doing something that you have no business doing, how would you feel if it was done to you? So let the roles reverse. In that situation in the clip, how would you feel if you were married and this strange woman come in your home and tell you that she's messing with your husband and that she has a 2-year-old daughter with your husband? How would you feel? Would you keep that same energy? Would you have that same attitude? Or would you show grace like this woman did in this clip? I don't know. Now let's get on the whole P. Diddy, Carisha, or Young Miami, that whole debacle. Let's talk about that, because that's kind of in the same realm of foolishness. She says she's not a side chick or nobody's side chick. So what are you then? You know, what are you then? Because you say y'all go together, then y'all don't. Then you single, then you're not. I'm confused. And then you don't want people to talk about your private life, but it's all over social media. If you don't want people to talk about your private life, but you're posting what all he's doing for you and this and that, and you're arguing back and forth with his other side chicks. And how are you not a side chick? If it's either you're the main attraction, or you're the side. And I don't know about you all, but he just had a baby with someone else. None of y'all are married to him. So again, what are you then? You can't get mad at people from observing what you put out and forming an opinion. It's crazy to me. These people are delusional. These people are delusional. But finally, I just find this whole ordeal just very disappointing. It's indeed some foolishness, which makes for a great video, but I just find it really disappointing. It's just like, can we be better than that? And it's not just black women. It's all women. I see all women doing this foolishness. And it's just like, okay, even if he's as rich as Diddy is and giving you any and everything you want, have some dignity. Have some self-respect. And then what's crazy to me is these aren't like, she's no broke woman. You know what I mean? She has her own career, her own money, you know, her own like business. She has some business about herself. And you going out sad for this man that will probably never marry you. And I'm just saying from his history. We speaking on his history. He was with Kim Porter, the model, I think that's her name, for years. And he said he loved her dearly, and it seemed that way. He had several kids with her. Never married her. Cassie. He had Cassie put up for the longest. Seemed like he loved her too. Never married her. The moment Cassie left, she got married. And she seems happy. Sometimes, like, you gotta pay attention to the cycle. Because yes, people do change. People can't turn over a new leaf. But if you look at Cassie, for example, sometimes you gotta leave things be that's not for you to get what God has for you. So if you really want happiness, if you really want love, because money can't buy happiness whether people say it or not. Now I think it may come close. It may come close, but she already has money. So it's like, what are you even doing this for? Why are you letting this man make a fool out of you? Why? That's what I don't get. Why? Either way, it's just ultimately just disappointing. This video is not even going to be too funny because I really don't think it's funny. I don't think messing with married men is funny. I don't think, like from the clip, I don't think women messing with the same man, even if he's single, several women messing with the same man is funny. I think it's nasty. And I don't think being treated any less than how you should be treated is okay. Now, if she feels that she should be treated like that, then so be it, girl. Do you? But it can be me. All right, I gotta go. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button because you know you want to, and it helps my channel grow. Notification box to be notified whenever I drop new content. Comment, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see y'all for the next video. Bye.